Assalamualaikum. We are going to present about our chosen company review and strategy plan, which is Apple company.
Hi, I am NURUL binti AZIZI, and I would like to present about the history of Apple Incorporation. Apple Incorporation is a global technology firm based in the United States that specializes in computer electronics, online services, and computer software. Steve Jobs, Steve Wozniak, and Ronald Wayne created Apple in 1976. Jobs and Wozniak aimed to develop computers that could be used in people's homes or offices. Simply put, they desired a user-friendly computer. Jobs and Wozniak began by hand-building Apple I computers in Jobs' garage and selling them without a monitor, keyboard, or case. Steve Wozniak developed the first computer with a typewriter-style keyboard and the ability to use standard television as a screen. The idea was once come up when the two Steve were members of the Homebrew Computer Club, a computer enthusiast club based in Menlo Park, California. Then, with the debut of the first ever color graphics, the Apple II changed the computer industry. Wozniak left Apple in 1983. Jobs became an interim CEO and has chosen to make some modifications. He formed a partnership with Microsoft in order to develop a Mac version of the company's famous Office software. The company's turning point came not long after this choice. Jobs modernized technology by introducing the iBook, a personal laptop which was quickly followed by the iPod, an MP3 player that quickly became the market leader. The iPhone, a touchscreen cellular phone, was one of the world's most popular devices when it was unveiled in 2007, and the business has subsequently developed multiple updated models. The iPad tablet and the Apple Watch are two more popular devices. Incorporation vision is to make the best products on earth and to leave the world better than we found it. The corporation emphasizes its commitment to providing high-quality items to its customer in this statement. It provides a thorough overview of how the firm tackles operation in order to position itself as the dominant player in the industry. Apple Incorporation mission is to bring the best personal computing products and support to students, educators, designers, scientists, engineers, businesspersons, and consumers in over of 140 countries around the world.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is HAFAWATI binti NANI. I will continue to the next part of the company background, which is organizational culture or values. Apple has 7 core values, which are accessibility, education, environment, inclusion and diversity, privacy, racial equity and justice, and the last one is supplier responsibility. Apple goals and objective is to provide customer with the best user experience. Second, to acquire high-quality products and services in a timely and cost-effective manner. Besides, to provide the best personal computing experience through innovative hardware, software, and internet offering. And lastly, to increase sales volumes. This is logo evaluation for Apple. Apple logo has changed about 5 times from year 1976 until 2017. Apple first logo was created by Ronald Wayne. The logo above shows the figure of Isaac Newton under apple tree. In 1977, Rob Janoff has designed a new logo containing a rainbow colors. And Apple once again changed the color of logo to monochrome in 1998. From 2001 to 2007, Apple logo features use the features of glossy user interface called Aqua. iPhone adopted a softer chrome finish that closely matched the iPhone's aluminum enclosure and used the logo from 2007 until 2017. And last, the latest design was changed in 2017 and continues to be used until today. This is profiles of executive in Apple. And this is board of directors of Apple. Tim Cook is the CEO of Apple, who replaced Steve Jobs, the former CEO and co-founder of Apple, who passed away in October 2011. He is the only Apple employee has position in board. Arthur D. Levinson, PhD, is a chairman of board, Apple former chairman and CEO of Genentech. James A. Bell is a former chief financial officer, CFO, and corporate president of Boeing Company. Now I would like to discuss part of chapter 2, which is SWOT analysis. SWOT consists of strengths, weaknesses, opportunity, and threats. SWOT analysis is a framework for evaluating a company's competitive situation and developing strategic plan. This is Apple's strengths. First, Apple is one of the strongest brands in the world. When compared to other brands such as Samsung, Huawei, Google, and so on, Apple has been the brand of choice among the device users. Furthermore, Apple brand is globally iconic. Apple has one-of-a-kind ability to design and develop its own ecosystem. In addition, Apple has its own loyal customer who appreciate the company's good for their ingenuity, design, and reliability. Last but not least, Apple is a leading technology business that was the first to debut some of the world's most groundbreaking goods, which are iPhone, iPad, and MacBook. Next, weaknesses. Apple device can be called as a luxurious product due to its higher selling price. Furthermore, due to its exclusive policy, Apple has a limited distribution network for its product because the industry carefully select the authorized seller to sell its product. In addition, because Apple does not support other software, their products are incompatible with other devices and software. Next, it has a limited advertising and promotion budget. In the marketing, Apple only uses its well-known and flagship retail stores. Lastly, they have fewer choices in phone design, while other smartphone manufacturers such as Samsung, Huawei have a unique and attractive designs. The last one is threats. The first threat is a drop revenue due to the global spread of the COVID-19 outbreak. Following that, Apple was harassed by competitors who offered Apple items at the same price as authentic Apple products. Despite Apple's brand recognition, it remains vulnerable to competition. Apple faced fierce competition from Samsung, Google, and Huawei. Additionally, in the smartphone business, there has been a significant shift in the way other brands penetrate the market. Another potential threat to Apple is technological advancement because consumer gadgets are on the cutting edge of technology almost every day.
Internal Factor Evaluation, or renowned as IFE metrics, is a strategy tool that used to evaluate the company internal environment and also to reveal its strengths and weaknesses. As we can see that the green arrow points the major strengths for Apple, which is top technology. Apple was the first company to introduce some of the most innovative products with new technology that has made all things easier. The weight for top technology is 0.20 with a rating of 4, which results in 0.80 for the weight score. The minor strength for Apple is shown by red arrow, which is proficient research. Apple does good research in human needs and wants. The weight is 0.08 and a rating of 3 results in 0.24 in the weight score. Meanwhile, incompatibility with other software is the major weaknesses of Apple. It is because Apple devices do not support third-party software or technologies. The total weight score for the major weaknesses is 0.16, which is 0.08 and 2 for the weighted rating respectively. Apple has been accused of using tracking application on its iPhones, which let people know where they were at all time. It is a minor weakness for Apple with a weighted score of 0.04. The total weight score for internal factor evaluation is 3.09, which is above the average of 3. It shows that Apple is doing very well. External Factor Evaluation, or renowned as EFE metrics, is a strategy tool that used to examine companies' external environment and to identify the available opportunities and threats. Two green arrows point to the top qualified professionals and smart wearable technology, which are the major opportunities for Apple. With the growth of their team, Apple can always find new ways to make money. Their team has come out with many different types of wearable devices, for example, Apple Watch and also AirPods. The weight score for both major opportunities is 0.80. Meanwhile, the red arrows point to the expand music streaming services, which is a minor opportunity of Apple since it is not user-friendly and too expensive for certain songs. The weight score for minor opportunity is 0.24. Coronavirus outbreak is a major threat for Apple. Apple's manufacturing and supply chain are dependent on China to a large extent. It is affecting the decline in Apple's sales. The total weight score for the major threat is 0.20, which is 0.10 and 2 for the weighted and rating respectively. Apple is now at risk from third world countries that illegally using the brand name to sell fake products. United States government has imposed a higher tariff on imports from China that increasing the overall cost of the products. Both counterfeit bullied and China tariffs are the minor threats for Apple with a weighted score of 0.02. The competitive profile matrix, which is CPM, describes an organization's significant rivals as well as its primary strengths and weaknesses in the strategic role of an example corporation. As we can see that Apple and Microsoft have the highest score, which is 0.48 in the financial profit. Dell has highest score in product quality with the score of 0.32. Samsung has the highest score in the market penetration, which is 0.44, and Nokia with the highest score in price competitiveness. For the total score, Apple is on the second place, while Microsoft and Nokia in the first and third place. Next achievement. For year 2021, that have many challenges for every business, Apple have won 8 awards in 2021. The awards are given out yearly to top performing company cultures based on genuine employee feedback. The awards that won by Apple are the Best CEO, Best Company Perks and Benefits, Best CEOs for Women, Best Product Design and Team, Best Engineering Team, Best Places to Work in the Bay Area, Best Global Culture, and Best Company Outlook. Based on the all 8 awards, it is undeniable that Apple is indeed a good company. Their product and design team had come out with good ideas and good products such as the iPhone 12 and iPhone 13 that had been launched last year. The best team came from a great company. It is because it takes a great There are few problems that faced by Apple in 2021. The first problem is in terms of develop, manufacture and supply. Design development and distribution are all issues at the best of times during a crisis. They only grow worse. Apple's decision to postpone the Apple Watch Series 7. It indicates a hurdle that appears to have been generated by the pandemic's influence on the company's capacity to overcome unanticipated difficulties in this chain. The more the firm grows, the more vulnerable they become to such issues. The next problem is the customer. Every company loves the customer, same goes for Apple. Apple is also not perfect as others company, and they make errors. Apple's brief forgetfulness when it came to developing the Mac platform, as well as its current choice to make iPhones into spy phones. There are mistakes that happen in manufacturing, which is why there are now 19 products recall notices on the company's website. Customers are more likely to be dissatisfied with the product quality or lack thereof. A strategy or software problem is typically repairable, while a hardware problem necessitates more work. Other than that, the environment is the other problem for Apple. While the pandemic distracts our attention with floods, famine, and fires around the world, it reminds us that our planet is under stress and that we must make a better decision in our stewardship of it if we have any long-term plans to exist on it. So Apple at the very least acknowledge these challenges. It is also backing up it with work and money, and also action with working hard to ensure that all of its products are carbon neutral by 2030. It is working to achieve zero harm throughout the product life cycle, not just during the manufacturing. This will take some time for Apple. In conclusion, according to the SWOT analysis, Apple has many strengths but also has weaknesses, which is it is normal for the business to have it. Apple may face the problem, but it's able to capitalize on the opportunities to expand their business and company. Apple has their strengths to cover their weaknesses. In order to compete with their competitors, Apple is doing very well in taking opportunities and dealing with external threats. It is shown by the total weight score of key external factors that are above average score, which is 3.34. Apple is well prepared with their problem and come out with a good solution in order to make sure that their products still have high demand in the market at any situation.
Assalamualaikum. My name is NABILAH Binti Muhammad, who would like to present about Chapter 3, which is Stage 2, Strategy Formulation. It is the process through which a company decides on the best course of action to achieve its objectives. Under strategy formulation, it is divided into 3. Firstly, the space matrix typically has 2 axes, one of which reflects an organization's two internal dimensions, which is competitive and financial position. Two external aspects, which are industry and stability position, are Space metric is a four-dimension framework that shows if a company's plans are aggressive, conservative, defensive, or competitive. Here we can see that the company should pursue aggressive strategies due to x-axis is 8 and y-axis is 5. Next one is internal and external matrix. It divides Apple into distinct divisions in a 9-cell display. The IF is total weighted scores are on the x-axis. Meanwhile, the EF is total weighted scores on the y-axis are both important components of the internal and external matrix. And thirdly is BCG matrix. It is meant to help a multi-divisional organization establish plans more effectively, which is domestic and international. Different products are classified into 4 groups by the BCG growth share matrix, which is dots, stars, cash cows, and question marks. Firstly, dots. It is products with low market share or growth, as well as minimal possibilities of demonstrating any growth. Management should use extreme caution when investing in these business units or goods, since they may not provide any advantage or profit to the company. The product is Apple iPods. Secondly is cash cows. It is products that have large market share in an industry that is not likely to develop any growth much in the future. These are the business units or items that generates the most income for the firm. And as a result, this requires the least amount of investment to remain profitable. The products are iTunes, MacBook, and iMac computers. Third is stars. It is products with a large market share and the ability to develop in the future. Due to the industry is still in its early stages of development, the dynamics of the sector are also encouraging of growth. The products are iPhone and smartwatch. Lastly, question marks. It is products with a small market share in high growth markets. The industry has a lot of opportunities to develop, which means that the goods can grow as well, but only if the relevant challenges are dealt with properly. The product is Apple TV.
Next, we continue to stage 3 of strategy formulation, which is quantitative strategic planning metric QSPM. QSPM metric is strategic method for analyzing alternative strategies and selecting the best. It is the third stage in strategy formulation analytical framework. Our strategies are market penetration and market development. In market penetration, the highest score in strengths are the most valuable brand, globally iconic, and top technology, while the highest score in strength in market development is top technology. Next, highest score in weaknesses for both market penetration and market development are high-priced products. Opportunities that we can take in market penetration are qualified professionals and smart wearable technology, while in market development, the highest score of opportunity is smart wearable technology only. For threats, increasing competition is the highest score for both market penetration and market development. Based on the calculation in the table, it can be concluded that market penetration strategy is a better decision to adopt in the business. Higher score is considering all the relevant external and internal key factors that could influence the strategic decision. In a nutshell, the strategic management analysis at Apple concludes that technological industry are never easy to compete with. As Apple grows, so do those other businesses which are trying to do something interesting for their own good. Apple must make a significant change.
Chapter 4, Strategy 1 is Integration Strategies. Under Integration Strategies, they are divided into 3. Firstly, forward integration is vertical integration in which a supplier buys a manufacturer or a manufacturer buys a distributor. It is used by businesses to earn a bigger margin from a crucial input that they own or manufacture, or to better advise their products and boost their profitability. Secondly, backward integration is vertical integration that includes the suppliers are purchased. It will be pursued by firms leads to cost saving and increased. Thirdly, horizontal integration is a business strategy in which a firm builds or buys manufacturing units provide similar, either competitive or complementary of outputs. By utilizing economy of scale, this method may minimize competition and gain market share. Apple also creates a variety of complementary goods, which is keyboards, headphones, mouse, as well as external storage.
Hi, my name is SYUHADA binti ADNAN. So I will continue for the second strategy. Second strategy is intensive strategy. It is divided into three, which are market penetration, market development, and also product development. Market penetration strategy is a strategy that seeks to increase market share for present product or services in present markets through greater marketing efforts. Meanwhile, for market development, it involves introducing present products or services into new geographic areas. Then, product development is a strategy that seeks increased sales by improving or modifying present products or services. The goal of intensive strategy is to improve market share and earnings by making existing products more effective and by launching new and diverse product sets in order to expand market share. 2 out of 3 types of intensive strategy implemented by Apple Incorporation, which are firstly is market penetration. The popularity of a brand or a category is referred to as market penetration. It is calculated by dividing the number of persons who buy at least one of a certain branding of a category of goods in a given period by the size of the relevant market population. Market penetration is one of the product market growth metrics for growth strategies. When a firm enters a market where a current or comparable product already exists, this is known as market penetration. Getting clients from competitors is the greatest method to do it. Attracting non-users of product and persuading current consumers to utilize more of the products or services are 2 more options. Apple may be able to encourage existing consumers to buy more products in order to improve sales and profits. This can be accomplished during a period of economic expansion when buyers are willing to spend more money on technology things. Apple may employ more marketing or sales promotion to entice buyers to purchase an iPhone for their entire family. Second is product development. It is a marketing approach for increasing sales by improving or changing an existing products or services. Large research and development budgets are frequently required for product development. Product development is the process of creating products with new or unique features that provide customers with new or enhanced benefits. Product development may entail tweaking an existing product's appearance or creating a totally new product that caters to a newly defined market niche user. When a new product is chosen, a team is formed and separated from the rest of the company by confidentiality agreements and in some cases physical barriers. To provide place for teams working on a critical new project, section of the facility may be shuttered or walled off. This effectively establishes an internal startup that is only accountable to the management team, liberating them from the
For strategy 3 is diversification strategies. Under diversification strategies, it is divided into 2. Firstly, related diversification. In this area, horizontal integration possesses competitively important cross-business value chain characteristics. Secondly, unrelated diversification is distinct to value chains, contains not competitively beneficial cross-business ties.
For the conclusion of Chapter 4, there are 4 types of strategies, and Apple Incorporation adapts and implements 3 of the types, which are integration, intensive, and also diversification strategies. Apple Incorporation employs integration techniques to improve their competitiveness, efficiency, or market share by spreading their influence into other sectors, such as supply, distribution, and rivalry. Intensive techniques require a lot of work and effort. Rigorous tactics are ones that need even more intensive efforts to increase the performance of currently available items on the market. So, the company applies this strategy to gain market development and popularity for their brand. Apple Incorporation wants to expand their products and brands. They use a diversification plan. It is the process of adding a new product to your supply chain in order to boost earnings. These themes might be a new section of a company's existing industry, which is known as business level diversification. Next, for the last chapter is Chapter 5. It is about conclusion and recommendation. So for conclusion, In conclusion, Apple is a strong market contender in the computer and electronic gadget business with a diverse product portfolio. Apple's products and services are distinguishable from those of its competitors. The company is in a strong financial position and it can anticipate to see a gain in sales and market share every year for the foreseeable future. One of Apple's main strengths lies in its extensive brand equity. The company has a strong advertising and branding program that has been quite effective in assisting the company in developing a strong brand image. Another source of strength for Apple is its technological advantage over its competitors. The corporation invests significantly more in research and development than its competitors. Apple has also benefited immensely from CEO Steve Jobs' outstanding leadership, who has been at the helm of the company since its inception. Another reason that gives Apple a competitive advantage is that its brand have developed a fashionable and trendy image. Apple is not only regarded as a technology leader, but also as an arbiter of aesthetic ideals, and its products are at the cutting edge of style and aesthetic design. Apple Inc. has a lower reliance on suppliers than its competitors, which is one of its distinguishing features. The company produces all or most of its hardware, and the majority of its software is produced in-house. Apple is able to charge more for its products than its competitors do for similar products, while still maintaining its market share due to greater branding and consumer loyalty. One of the consequences of Apple's position as a technology innovator is that its products are routinely hurried to market without adequate testing, resulting in bug-ridden first version of Apple products, which regularly result in product recalls. Apple's goods have a profound impact on the world. The impacts on consumers are a phenomenon, and only time will tell what items Apple may bring to market if their historical trends are any indication, but it is likely to remain a giant for a long time. They have created goods that people didn't realize they needed, but once they tried them, they were hooked. Apple is a maverick in the technology world, and the successful strategy they employ are likely to keep the company on an upward trend, consolidating its leads and market share. The corporation has vast monetary reserve at its disposal, which it may employ to develop goods and invest in whatever area it sees suitable in order to maintain its technological leadership. As a result, Apple's powerful brands, which are well known around the world, will continue to have an impact on society in the near future. Apple Inc. has a long development history. It has also attained a considerable level of success through long-term growth. The numerous strategies have played an important role in the rapid and profitable development of the company. As a result, the organization cannot overlook the cultural aspect that influence strategy implementation. However, maintaining the company's leadership position in the computer sector is tough. Therefore, it must adapt and implement the appropriate and effective tactics. As a result, Apple Inc. will be able to stay up with market trends and achieve consistent long-term growth.
There are three strategies that Apple may use in order to achieve their vision and mission. The first one is increasing the number of retail shops, particularly in developing nations, is one strategy that Apple may pursue. However, with more stores open, the statistic will have been even higher. It allows people to explore and test the latest products, get questions answered, and seek for the product support. Next is build a method that allows the Apple products to be charged in ways other than simply plugging them into a socket. Apple Inc. should be more realistic and convenient to people, so they did not always tend to keep charging for long enough. Apple Inc. should maintain innovations in order to stay ahead in competitive and fast-changing technological sector. Apple must retain its design thinking and product innovation. Apple Inc. must recognize that technological advancements, market needs, and demographic shifts have resulted in new demands and expectations.